خير أيام الفتى يوم النفع واصطناع الخير أبقى ما صنع ما ينال الخير بالشر ولا يحصد الزارع إلا ما زرع.
I had been for Hajj before, so I was looking for a company to go with. I knew Brother Saqib, right? And so I talked to him, and he, to be fair, I think that was my main way in to Hunafaa. And when we had a chat anyway, and when I found out what Hunafaa was doing in terms of the proceeds going to a good cause, right, in that sense, and I think that was my choice really, the main reason for my choosing to go with Hunafaa.
I think the pre-Hajj seminar was good. I mean, it helped me a lot in the sense that, you know, you were going through stage by stage what was going to happen, and it wasn't too complicated either. It was quite easy to understand. Anyone you speak to, they'd always give you this scaremongering situation where it is a nightmare, and I was kind of prepared for it. So I thought, alright, I'm going to be sitting there for like a day or so, and we're going to have to just camp on the floor or whatnot. But alhamdulillah, when we got there, it was amazing because for some bizarre reason, it went kind of swiftly, didn't it? We went in there and everything was just, every brother was helping each other and we were on the coach quick. It wasn't, because I heard we had to sit there for like over 10, 12 hours sometimes, or sometimes it's even worse than that.
One single file.
يعطيك إذا أنا محقق على حسب البنك عند.
I think that the lectures of Ismail Davies, and there's another brother, I forgot that. Yeah, it was amazing. Those lectures were really good because especially Ismail Davies, when he spoke to us, he made you feel like as though you're like a friend, and he made you really comfortable, and he made it in such a way that it wasn't complicated. After you come from Makkah, the hustle, the bustle, trying to get some food, and it's really tight and so many people, which is expected. But in Medina, it's unbelievable because there's still so many people at the Hajj times there, but it still feels so peaceful. It was just beautiful. The stay in the hotel was, really nice because we were literally 2 minutes, I think, across the road from the mosque. I think as is, it prepared us well because like we all sat down, and then you had those ustads there as well you can always go to them for advice, and there everybody's a bit more on a level because you're chilled out, you're relaxed, you're just doing your reading, and then we had a couple of lectures downstairs. The food was good. I enjoyed the food there as well because it was always there, whatever you wanted, it was there. There was no problems whatsoever, but I think it was the way it was portrayed was the way it went.
تبلوا بالقليل من القليل تبلوا بالقليل من القليل وهي الزاد للسفر الطويل وهي الزاد للسفر الطويل تبلوا بالقليل.
This is Mina. As you can see, we're just about to go into our tents. So Hunafaa. Just waiting for our luggages.
আমরা যেখানে ইউরোপিয়ান টেন্টও দেওয়া হয়েছে, মাশাআল্লাহ সুবহানাল্লাহ, এত সুন্দর এয়ার কন্ডিশনও আছে গরম বোধ পাইছি না আমরা তো গাড়ি থেকে আজিজিয়া থেকে গাড়ি থেকে স্ট্রেট আমরা টেন্টের সামনে গেলামছি লামিয়া টেন্টে গিয়া পাইছি নিজের গরল লাখান ঠান্ডা ওখানে গিয়ে জোর নামাজ পড়ছি খাইছি এরপরে আল্লাহ আল্লাহ করছি বুঝতাম পারছি না টেন্টেও আমরা 5 ওয়াক্ত নামাজ পড়ছি এখানে বোঝা গেছে আরো রেস্ট
Communication and coordination very good. You know, we were told when to be ready by. We were ready. There was very, very little waiting around, to be honest. So it was a case of, you know, be ready by this time. I think within the hour, the coaches had arrived. We got to Arafah sort of fairly quickly. I don't think there was a lot of traffic, if I remember correctly. We knew where the tent was. Sort of people guiding us there. Sort of settled down. I think lunch was served. And we had a sort of very nice reminder prior to the beginning of the time of Arafah. And alhamdulillah, I think throughout the time, you know, it's a case of we were given our own sort of freedom to do what we needed to do, and then still told that, you know, if you need to come back, and the availability of people. So alhamdulillah, I think it was very, very good, mashallah, and exactly as sort of described by the sort of the guide in the sort of the talk we had in Medina.
We are right now in Muzdalifah. As you can see, all around us are pilgrims making bed for the night. This is the Hunafaa camp. Baya and Afamani are somewhere there. There's the moon. Alhamdulillah. 1 minute a king, the next minute. Alhamdulillah.
I think patience-wise, mashallah, everybody was very patient. There were people that were sort of, you know, with us in wheelchair, and we were quite a good group from that perspective, because I think at one point in time when we were stuck in traffic near Muzdalifah, you know, there was a bit of a discussion, should we, you know, sit down and walk, or should we stay on the coach and maybe it'll be a little bit longer? And because of those people, some people like, you know, we can walk, but we were considerate enough to stay as a group, and we sort of, you know, just a little bit more of a wait and got to the place. And I think when we got to the place, alhamdulillah, I think again, you know, we've been told, you know, it will be a little bit of a struggle. We may get there a bit late, so the places to find might be a bit difficult. But in the morning, we're very close to Mina.
I think going to the Jamarat and stuff, the stone throwing, I mean, it was well organized. You had a flag, and there'll be a group at the front, group in the middle, group at the end. So no one got lost. It was just right, you know. There was no problems in that case. For me, once I knew how to do it, I just went off on my own because I didn't take someone with me. But those with like parents and like you've got your wife or your children or what, you know, it's good to stay with the group. It's a long walk. It's not easy. It's hot. You know, you've got the sun, you know, blaring into your head and stuff like that. So you need that umbrella. I think they give you an umbrella you can take with you.
অসুস্থ থাকলে তারা দড়ি দড়ি নেওয়া হয়েছে, তারা হেল্প করা হয়েছে। কেউ রকম আহত থাকলে তারা চতুর্দিকে, আমরা মনে করেন মধ্যখানে আছি, চতুর্দিকে তারা আমরা গাইড দিয়া নিছেন। হিকানো নেওয়ার পরে সুবহানাল্লাহ, আমার মায়ের বাড়ি থেকে কইছেন, বাবারে তুই জামেরাত গিয়া ফাতর মারাত যাইস না, গিয়া খেরুর আতানে মারাই দিস। আমি শুনিয়া তো ডরাইছি। এখানে গিয়া যে আমরা গ্রুপের লগে মাথান থাকি যে ফাতর মারছি, আমি তা কইতাম পারি না যে জামেরাত গিয়া সুন্দর করে একটু ফাতর মারছি, আমি কইতাম পারি না। একবার আমরা আগে আসলাম, আমার ছেলে পিছনে পড়ে গেছিল, মনে করলাম আমার ছেলেরে লস্ট করে লিয়েছি না। যখন জিজ্ঞা করলাম আমার লগে সাইকেল ভাই আসলাম, জিজ্ঞা করলাম সাইকেল ভাই আমার ছেলেরে পাইয়েন না, সাথে সাথে সারা হুনাফার একজন আর একজনে কন্ট্যাক্ট, ফোনের মাধ্যমে কন্ট্যাক্ট করছেন। বাদে দেখা গেছে আমার ছেলের লগে 3 জন আসলার লগে, দেখা যায় এক ছেলের লগে 3 জন। আসলে তারা কিন্তু তারা লইয়া আইসক্রিম খাইতরা, ঠান্ডা পানি খাইতরা, এনজয় করে করে আইতরা। ওটাও আমার খুব ভালো লাগছে। আসলে আমি কতটা খেলা হইতাম, আসলে চান্স পাইছি, আসলে চান্স পাইছি না কোনটা জানেননি, যে আমি কোয়েশ্চেন করা বলে আমার হেল্প করবানি। আমার কোয়েশ্চেনের আগে আমার জিজ্ঞাসা হয়ে গেছে ভাই কিতা লাগে।
I think from my point of view, from beginning to end, it almost felt like it was personalised for myself. You know, so when I had questions, I was able to contact you guys up front to say, look, this is what, you know, what I'd like to do. Would this be possible? Would not? I like the honesty as well. So, you know, where things were possible, it was like, look, we're going to do them, and where they're not possible, it was a case of, you know, you're welcome to do them, but we won't be able to because we don't want to set the wrong expectations. So I think that was really nice from their sort of setting up point of view. Throughout the journey, mashallah, I think, you know, sort of keeping the communication there is very good, because yes, you're told that you'll need to be patient, but I think as humans we still like to be told when that patience needs to be until. So, you know, like the fact that, you know, it could take 2 hours, it could take 6, but I think the expectation setting was really good. And then I think, you know, the little things, you know, like sort of, for example, knowing that when you've arrived from Medina to Azizia, people might want a cup of tea, people might want some biscuits. It's not a big thing, but it's the fact that, you know, you're looking after sort of people's requirements as and when, sending people up front. So wherever we were going, so for example at Mina camp, people were there to sort of greet us almost when we got there. You know, coming back from the Salat, there were points of contact at the hotels to say, look, you know, this is what we're doing, if you've got any issues. So I think, you know, the fact that we were looked after as much as possible, because it's Hajj at the end of the day, the fact that there's a lot of other wheels in motion that are outside of everybody's control, really. But having that right communication, knowing that I can go to somebody and sort of say, look, what's happening with this, and getting that honest answer was really good. And I think, from my point of view, you know, my ultimate recommendation would be, you know, speak to all the organisations that you're going with, speak to the brothers here at Hunafaa, and actually, you know, you'll get that comfort factor yourself. You know, ask the question, see if the people will be going on that journey, or is it like somebody else speaking to you and somebody else will be going. So it's a case of, you know, will you be with those people that you're interacting with at the beginning who are taking your money, or is it going to be something sort of, you know, like, yeah, they'll hand you off to somebody else and you've never met them before. I think that sort of experience, you need to go and do it yourself. I did it, you know, and I was sitting at the other side of the world doing it, and I still had that comfort factor. So from my point of view, I think, you know, highly recommend, you know, that sort of, you know, speak to them and you'll get that confidence yourself, but I would definitely recommend them to anybody.
خير أيام الفتى يوم النفاع واصطناع الخير أبقى